speaking about closing, that's where we're at. The final segment, each candidate will have 2 minutes, and we will start with Mr. Welch.
I want to thank you all for being patient with us tonight and allowing us to come before you and share our vision for the next representative for the 2nd District. I am truly a person who wants to come and serve you as your next representative in the 2nd District. I have spent my entire life here. My entire family has spent our entire lives here, and we don't plan to go anywhere. And the only thing you can do when you're living in a community to make it better is to get involved in that community, and that's what we're doing. Of the candidates that are before you, I believe that I am the best qualified person to serve as your next state representative. You have to ask yourself at the end of the night, who is the one that you truly believe that can go down there and get it done? There's a lot of things that people have said about Chris Welch, but they can't say that I'm ineffective. When I go down to Springfield and I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I tell you we're going to build a school, we're going to build a school. If I tell you we're going to get bus transportation, we're going to get bus transportation. If I tell you we're going to do all that and balance your budget, we're going to balance your budget. There's only one candidate that can tell you that they'll get it done and get it done. And that's the candidate who has the experience of the last 10 years of serving on the Proviso School Board, serving as the chair of a hospital board, serving on the mosquito abatement board. I have the experience, the education, and the background and the passion for the 2nd District to be your next state representative who's going to go down there and get it done. So I'm asking all of you, when State Representative Yarborough sends you an email and asks you to endorse one of these candidates, please press Emanuel Chris Welch to be your next state representative. Thank you very much.
Closing statement, 2 minutes. Mr. Hoskins.
It's been an honor to speak to you all this evening. Like my colleagues to my right, I would like to represent the 7th Illinois House District. And like my colleagues, I think that I'm the best qualified to do that. So I want to just spend a minute running through my qualifications. First of all, I've worked extensively in government. I've worked at just about every level of government. I've worked in federal government as a clinical social work intern for Hines Veterans Hospital. I worked in a locked psychiatric ward. I worked with men and women who probably would have gone to jail had it not been for their veteran status. In many cases, these persons were going through fits due to mental health, or in some cases due to substance abuse. But once they stabilized, we made sure that they had the benefits that they deserved as veterans of our United States Armed Forces. I mentioned earlier that I worked extensively in state government, 6 years at the Illinois Department of Commerce. I worked in the private sector, working with companies to decide where they wanted to make an investment. And I'll take that experience and make Illinois a more competitive job creation environment. Not by myself, but by building coalitions, which is something I've done locally and something that I'll do in Springfield. Governor Pat Quinn appointed me to one of the bonding authorities in 2010. The governor did not have to make that appointment, but the governor knew of my record, he knew of me, and he picked a young man who was a commissioner in a small town in Proviso and said, I want you to serve on the board of directors of the Rail Splitter Tobacco Settlement Authority. I've worked in the legislative session. I worked in the Texas legislature as a college student. So I have the experiences to do this job. But unlike my colleagues, my wife and I are raising our family, and like many of you, I can identify with the needs of working parents, and every decision I make in Springfield will take into account working families in this district. So thank you.
Ms. Miller, your concluding statement, 2 minutes, please.
I'd like to thank each and every one of you as well for coming, for taking the time out of your busy schedules to come out and hear a little bit about the candidates that are vying for the position of your next state representative. As my colleagues have mentioned, they feel that they are the best candidates. I feel that I am the best candidate, and that I'm dedicated, I bring a sense of integrity would bring a sense of integrity to the office. I know what it is to serve. I am a U.S. veteran and of the Navy, so I know what it is to serve, be it for my country or be it within my community, as your commissioner, as your current Democratic committee woman, and also within my village's ethics board. I bring integrity, and I also am a visionary, and I would be asked to be your advocate, to advocate on your behalf, to bring resources back to our community. One positive thing that I feel that I have in that, true enough, I am not, do not hold current elected office, but I also have no baggage to bring along with me as well. So, and promise to be transparent if elected as your new state representative. Thank you.